So good morning cruise fans, welcome back to Ray and Sue's travel channel. We're on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity on a 10-day cruise around Greece and Turkey. Today is day 8 and we're in Heraklion, and today we're going to be getting off and going into the town using the free shuttle service and checking out the centre of the town here in Heraklion, and also having a look to see if there's some form of hop on, hop off bus arrangement, and if so, we're going to take you for a tour. In any event, stay with us as we explore Heraklion on day 8. Come out of a pretty uninspiring arrivals area. The buses are here waiting for us. Bus number 74 takes us down into the main square in the town, or you can get the port shuttle bus that will take you to the port gates. But we're going to go down into the town, so come along with us as we share Heraklion with you. So after a relatively short transfer service out of the port, we arrive here in a little square here with a statue and the rest of Heraklion town. So we're going to take a little bit of a walk around, see what we can see what we can find. Okay, so conveniently a nice little map that's made available to give you an idea of what's around the town of Heraklion, and a key on the right hand side there showing what's available. And there's a quaint little square over here with a few restaurants and cafes. I'm sure it'll be lovely later on in the season, but of course it's early season here at the moment, so not everything is open, and of course our Greek friends are still wrapped up in their coats, and it is on the chilly side. Nicely pedestrianised so we can avoid any traffic and be able to take a good look about what's around. And the streets and corners adorned with leather goods and jewellery, relatively inexpensive jewellery, and apparel, etc. And you can pick yourself up some leather goods. Leather goods seems to be quite popular here, certainly in this street anyway. And a few little cafes where the locals traditionally sit out and drink coffee and muse the issues of the day, and some traditional lace and apparel, and some more leather goods. Again, a variety of different stores, and the pedestrianised areas continue, and a little bit more upscale than we've seen previously, and another little area here with restaurants and cafes, and it's a little bit chilly today, and there's the odd spot of rain in the air, but of course it is early March. It's the 1st of March today, so there you are. So here we are again in the pedestrian area in Heraklion, a bit more of an upscale street. Sadly for us, it's raining and we are seeking shelter, but I just thought I would take the opportunity to share this nice little avenue with you, which I'm sure will be bustling with people in warmer climes. So welcome back everybody, and here we are now in Heraklion. We're down by the Marina, and as is usual early season, the weather is a little bit unsettled, and of course we've been greeted by some rain, but we thought we would take the opportunity to share with you the Marina area itself and the lovely Castillo, which is on the entrance to the port. It's very lovely, and of course ancient, very historic part of Heraklion, and I'm sure in the spring and the summer this would look very, very lovely indeed. So how about that? That's the Marina of Heraklion. Good morning, cruise fans, and welcome back to Ray and Sue's travel channel. We're on the lovely Celebrity Infinity on our 10-night cruise around Greece and Turkey. And today is day 8. We're in Heraklion in Crete. And this is our second day here because sadly our Rhodes port was cancelled due to bad weather in the northern Mediterranean. So we've had 2 days here. We had an overnight, and we did go off yesterday, and I will share some of the footage with you, but sadly it was raining quite hard yesterday. So today we're going to go off board. We're going to take another look around the town and around the marina, we think, and then we'll share that with you. So come along with us as we explore Heraklion today in Crete. We'll see if there's a ho-ho bus. If there is, we might partake in that, but only if they're running, because it's early season. It's the 1st of March today, and we're in Heraklion in Crete. So stay tuned. And of course we're on the beautiful Infinity, the Celebrity Infinity, and she's a lovely ship. Relatively small sized, but still beautifully formed. And I just thought I'd take the opportunity to give you a bit of a look-see of the pool, the open pool decks. So it's nice and sunny today, so not massively warm, but it's nice and bright, and so people are starting to get around the pool and get their places and use the facilities. So that's the pool area, and this is deck 11 that I'm standing on with the little running track there, and of course the city of Heraklion in the distance. So a little bit hazy at the moment, but it's just before 10:30, so we'll get off. There's a free shuttle service that will take us into the town centre, and we're going to get off and take a look around, so stay tuned. Okay, so this one is just the port bus that will take us to the port entrance, and seems to be a bit of a car rally going on over here, some sort of event, and it's interesting to see. And then if you don't take the port bus to the port gates, then you can get the other transfer bus, which is again free of charge, and they'll take you up to the central square in the town. So there we are. And of course when you get off the bus, just come across here on the zebra crossing around this roundabout itself, and there's a little small gate where you can see Susie, and that's where you walk out. Okay, so we're at the main port gate, and it's early season, so we're only in March, but for later on in the season when you might be watching this video, I thought I would share with you just some information about what's available at the port gate itself. So here you can get a train tour, which is, I suspect, one of those little small train trolley things, and it will take you hop on, hop off, and operating hours are 9 till 5 every 50 minutes. Now of course it's early season, so they've not started yet, but that's run by Heraklion train tours. And then there are the hop on, hop off buses. So tickets are sold here in these little booths, course, not open yet, early season, but as we get into the season, here is a copy of the map showing 2 routes, one red and one blue. Looks like one goes around the city, the other one goes around the major points of interest, so that's useful. Multilingual information shared with you via the little headphones on the bus itself. And so there are a number of different companies, all right? So you have the hop on hop off city sightseeing group, I think, and then a bunch of other hop on hop off bus companies. So it looks like orange and yellow, and I think also a blue. Now, so again, this one may be open, but I'm not seeing too many buses, so I'll find out and then we will see what's available. So in the event that we just go off for a little walk, these are your options, and it's at the main port gate, and it seems there are a variety of companies that are offering up this service. Okay, so in addition to that information that we have here, just be aware that the Port Authority won't allow the commercial bus companies closer to the terminals. So you will always see these ticket offices here. And of course, because it's early season, there's only one ship in the port, actually information and visibility about the bus tours is not known. So bear in mind, if you want to come here and do a hop on hop off bus tour, come to the port gate, and therein you will find the ticket offices for the variety of companies that are running tours around Heraklion. Hope that helps. And so we've elected to take a bit of a walk off out of the port. There is one bus service running, but we would be the only customers on the bus. Runs every hour, and it's about 15 euros. Okay, so when you come out of the port and take a little walk up the road, you can see another much bigger entrance where you can see some of the ferries and the roll on, roll off. And then very nicely, very conveniently, there is a rather large map here, information map, says where you are and gives an indication of the various points of interest and the various routes around the port itself, and a map, a very useful map of the city centre. So we are, of course, at the top here, and we're going to take a walk down the coast to see where that takes us. So stay with us as we take a walk around the port area and the wider coast in Heraklion. And as you're coming down, if you feel like stopping off for a coffee or a drink, check out Gregory's bakery and cafe. It's just on the road as you go down, and very cheap, very amicable, very nice people behind the counter, and it's also a drive-through, and it's a really pleasant walk down this little road. Obviously there's little cafes and things, but nice little greenery, cacti, etc., and some citrus trees here, which is all very nice, and I think some figs in there somewhere, some yellow figs. How lovely is that? And so of course we were here last night, and this is the entrance to the little fort and to the Marina. But just take a little look here now. There's a roundabout here with a nice little fountain in it, and if you turn right there, you can walk up the hill into the main city centre. If you go further on around the bend where you can see those cars going now, you'll be able to see the fort and the marina. Okay, and we also spoke about the hop on hop off bus tours. and you'll find that on each station number or stop number there'll be information available to you, and no doubt they'll encourage you to get on board and buy a ticket for the 1 hour tour around Heraklion. But this is bus stop number 2, and it's right by the marina and the port, and we're going to take you down and share a little bit more about that in a little while. Okay, so as we move on a little bit more, and we've probably walked about 500 yards from the port gates, there's this beautiful little marina. Now, we were here last night and it was raining cats and dogs, so we didn't give it the view that perhaps it deserves now. So just thought I would share with you a quick scan around the marina. The lovely Susie is up ahead, and we're going to be going off and taking a look at the fort in a little while. But here's the marina. There's a nice marina cafe here, so you can get yourself something to eat or drink, but we thought you might like that. So it's a lovely little marina, and in the background you can see the little fort, obviously built a few years ago in order to be able to defend the port itself, but also some lovely little sailboats and boating trips and stuff. Okay, so and as we move further around, it exposes a lot more of the marina itself. It's a lovely place, and yes, it's on a main road, but nevertheless it's quite safe. And in the background we can see the fort and a little bit more, a few yachts and tall ships. So stay tuned. So we're going to take a walk down now to the fort and have a little look, but I thought I'd give you a little view of the other side of the marina from a different perspective. And Susie's with me, and we're going to pop off now and have a look at this fort. Here we are on the other side of the marina, and of course it's a beautiful scenic view. Of course it's an industrial port as well as a cruise port, and there's this wonderful fort here on the little jetty defending the port itself. So we're going to go in now and we're going to have a little look, so come with us. So here we go, into the little fort, and I'm sure there'll be a ticket office somewhere. I hope the light is sufficient for us. I think so. And there's a little ticket office, and it's €2. And a lovely little entrance, and then of course a schematic for the various parts of the fort itself. So pause the video here and take a good look. Yeah, as we're going, of course, it's a fort with lots and lots of little sub rooms, and set up like a little museum with information sessions and boards around on the outside, sharing information about the port itself and the fort. And as we go still further on, lots more information about all of the sub rooms in here within the fort itself, and why it was such a strategic importance in the protection of Heraklion. And a lovely part of the fort itself for those of a religious order, and here is the local chapel. And as we proceed still further, there is real good information about the workings of the fort in the 16th century and its purpose, and the story behind the need for the fort itself. And as you walk further and further through, you can see that it opens up into much bigger areas in parts. Clearly, the individual rooms having different uses and different purposes. And as we can see here, some of the older guns that were used to defend the fort itself, and of course the port. Lots of old cannonballs and a variety of different information about what went on here. I'll pause the video here if you want to take a read. And a few of the relics that obviously were used many centuries ago in order to keep the soldiers in the fort sustained, and really lovely to see that it's been preserved. Okay, so we hope that's been useful for you. Come down, have a look at this fort on the Marina in Heraklion. It's just €2 to enter, and you get to learn about the wonderful history, rich history that this port has had. So, we'll keep going, and let's go and explore some more. Okay, so that was the fort in the Marina at Heraklion. We hope you've enjoyed that, and we're going to go off now and take another little look around the town, see what we can find and share with you. Stay tuned. We're going to take a little walk back now, back from whence we came, back to the lovely Celebrity Infinity, and we hope you've enjoyed that little tour around the fort and the Marina. Stay tuned. And we're about halfway back now, and we've just stopped at Greg's for a nice coffee, and it's just one of those little food trucks really with an awning, but it's very well positioned because it's on the main road, and there's a little drive-through as well out front, which is quite good. So if you're on the road to Heraklion Port, stop in and give Greg's a bit of your business. Get into the port again, you pick up the bus from the spot that I showed you where they dropped us off, and nicely they'll take us back round to the cruise ship, and it's a very good thing to do. It's from a safety standpoint, it means that there's no unnecessary pedestrian risk on the port itself, because it is a working port, so it's a good thing to do. And so we're back into the port now, and we can see the lovely Celebrity Infinity, and it's as simple as that. A very, very customer focused service, free of charge, to the port gate, or if you would like the alternative, to the main square. How good is it? So welcome back, cruise fans, and here we are now. It's day 9 on our 10-night cruise around Greece and Turkey on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity. And today we have been in Heraklion in Crete. We had an overnight here due to the cancellation of roads, but we're just leaving port now on our way back to Athens. And we've been off today and we've taken a look at the Marina and the fort, and we hope you enjoyed that. And we will pick this up again when we get to Athens tomorrow. So we hope you've enjoyed the tour of Heraklion that we've shared with you today. And if that's the case, consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's travel channel. And leave us any comments or any questions. We'll happily get back to them. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next Tips for Travellers video. Bye bye.